Today we sound the drum for freedom, and I say segregation now, segregation tomorrow, and segregation forever.
You can never whip these birds if you don't keep you and them separate. You've got to keep the white and the black separate. Let the law enforcement agencies, that's what you've got them hired for. And the governor...
Trump! We love Trump! We love Trump! We love Trump!
What did you say, Mr. Trump? I can't hear you.
Today we sound the drum for freedom, and I say segregation now, segregation tomorrow, and segregation forever.
You can never whip these birds if you don't keep you and them separate. You've got to keep the white and the black separate. Let the law enforcement agencies, that's what you've got them hired for. And the governor...
Mr. Trump, do you love the Negroes living in America?
Of course I hate these people. And let's all hate these people, because maybe hate is what we need if we're going to get something done. I mean, it's incredible.
No, no, no.
Wow.
You don't love me, and I know now. No, no, no.
I don't want to see anything insightful.
You don't love me, yes, I know now.
People that are in trouble, so the first thing they do is start shouting police brutality, etc. The disappointing aspect of it is that, well, 95% of the people agree with me. Probably 40% of the columnists agree. I mean, I've had newspaper people, in fact, I had some woman the other day stick a microphone in my face from one of the major networks. But don't you have compassion for these young men that raped and beat and mugged and everything else this wonderful woman? I had a case the other day. I went to a hospital in Brooklyn. A woman was raped, mugged, and thrown off a 4-story building. Okay? And a reporter asked me whether or not I had any compassion or feeling for the people that did it. Do I have hatred for them? And I said, look, this woman was raped, mugged, and thrown off a building. Thrown off a building on top of everything else. She's virtually, she's got some major problems to put it mildly. I said, of course I hate these people. And let's all hate these people, because maybe hate is what we need if we're going to get something done. I mean, it's incredible when a reporter asks me whether or not I have compassion for the people that did this crime. I have absolutely no compassion.
Obviously. How about if it were asked this way? You don't know who did that crime, and the court's going to decide who did that crime. Were you prejudging those arrested?
No, I'm not prejudging at all. I'm not in this particular case. I'm saying if they're found guilty, if the woman died, which she hopefully will not be dying, but if the woman died, I think they should be executed. I think you should have the death penalty. I think most people agree with me on that.
Was the ad careful to say if, because they could have been advised, they could have been someone
you
wrongfully
can write
arrested?
anything. I mean, here's a fairly long ad. It was fairly detailed and all, and you can take any interpretation.
No, no, no. You don't love me.
Unbelievable rights. And I say it has to stop. That's why I took the ad. And I have to tell you, that ad, I've never done anything that's been so positively received.
Mr. Trump, do you love the Hispanic people living in America?
They're sending people that have lots of problems, and they're bringing those problems with us. They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists, and some, I assume, are good people. I love Mexicans.
You don't love
I love the Mexicans.
me, and I know
Came up
now.
These countries aren't sending their best.
No, no, no.
Doesn't that make sense? I think so.
You don't love me, yes, I know now.
Oh, I do great with Latino voters. I employ so
many people working for me.
Common sense. They don't want these people, so they send them to the United States because the United States is run by stupid people. Some are good and some are rapists and some are killers, and we don't even know what we're getting.
I'm not just saying Mexicans. I'm talking about people that are from all over that are killers and rapists.
I've taken a lot of heat, and it's unnecessary, very unfair heat, because first of all, I love the Mexican people. How can I not love people that give me tens of millions of dollars for apartments? You have to love them. But I love them for a lot of reasons. I love them for their spirit. And then I'll talk about Mexico, and I love Mexico, but every time I talk about it, they accuse me of being a racist. You have illegals that are just pouring across the borders. I was really criticized for the border, but the truth is, they think it's like Mother Teresa's coming across the border. Well, I said drug dealers, I said killers, and I said rapists. And they made the word rapist, they really picked that out. I tell you, I love the folks from South America, they're friends of mine. Many work for me, many are friends, many buy apartments from me. I have great love for the Mexican people, and I always have, and they like me. No apology, because everything I said is 100% correct. All you have to do is read the newspaper. You have 20 million, 30 million, nobody knows what it is. It used to be 11 million, now today I hear it's 11, but I don't think it's 11. I actually heard you probably have 30 million. You have to give them a path, and you have to make it possible for them to succeed. You have to do that. But the bad ones, and there are bad ones, you have to get out, and you have to get them out fast. I've been told by so many Hispanics, Mr. Trump, thank you, sir, thank you. You have done the right thing. I think I'll do very well with the Hispanic vote.
Go to Fusion and pick up the stories on rape, and it's unbelievable when you look at what's going on. But all I'm doing is telling the truth.
I've read the Washington Post, I read the Fusion, I read the Huffington Post, and that's about women being raped. It's not about criminals coming across the border or entering the country.
Well, somebody's doing the raping, Don. I mean, you know, somebody's doing it. You're saying it's women being raped. Well, who's doing the raping? Who's doing the raping? I mean, how can you say such a thing?
Mr. Trump, do you love the Chinese in America?
What a terrible thing. But you don't hear them talking about COVID. COVID. To be specific, COVID-19. That name gets further and further away from China as opposed to calling it the Chinese virus. Disease, without question, has more names than any disease in history. I can name Kung Flu. I can... yeah, go ahead, please.
Many times that the U.S. is doing far better than any other country when it comes to testing.
Yes.
Why does that matter? Why is this a global competition to you if every day Americans are still losing their lives and we're still seeing more cases every day?
Well, they're losing their lives everywhere in the world. And maybe that's a question you should ask China. Don't ask me, ask China that question, okay? When you ask them that question, you may get a very unusual answer. Yes, behind you, please.
This con artist and his friends are going on a long vacation. Not overseas, but rather a jail cell somewhere in America.
You gonna do? Yeah. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? When you were...
This is exclusive CNN video. This is what happened this morning before sunrise, just before 6 a.m. when Roger Stone, longtime Trump associate and advisor, was taken into custody by the FBI. There's a moment.
What you gonna do when Shepard John Brown come for you? Tell me what you wanna do, what you gonna do? Yeah. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? When you were 8 and you had bad traits, you go to school and learn the golden rule. So why are you acting like a bloody fool? If you get hot, then you must get cool. Bad boys, bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? You chuck it on that one, you chuck it on this one, you chuck it on your mother and you chuck
Owen is
it
an
on your
inmate
father.
at New York's Otisville Federal Correctional Institution, where he'll spend the next 3 years.
Extraordinary moment. The first president.
Okay, actually, I'm going to interrupt you a second and show you. There is former President Trump waving to a few people as he's led through a flank of Secret Service and police. See the back of his head now as he makes his way to the courthouse.
What you gonna
This is corporate bombing news, live and explosive. Until next time, America.